Right. All right. I think we're live, guys. I think we're live. If you can see and you can hear me, please let me know. Let's go ahead and get some people in here, and we're going to talk about some stuff. The August sale just ended, so I wanted to get your feedback on a few things. And then, of course, we will give away a product at the end of this live video. We'll try and make this one a little faster than usual just because sale just ended. We got a lot going on, but yeah, so we'll go ahead. We'll get some people in here, guys. We'll do a little chit chat, and then we'll give a product away. If you guys are just now tuning in, I'm taking a look at the comment section here, starting to see some comments roll in. If you guys are coming in, let me know where you are from, how the weather is going to be for your weekend. Let me know, and we will get started. Graham from South Africa, thank you so much for tuning in, Graham. We appreciate that. We got Sean, Kevin, Brad. We got Winston, Austin, High C. I used to love High C. Do you guys remember that drink, the fruit punch? They also had like the orange drink. That was delicious. That was like the best thing ever when my mom used to give that to me. That's some good stuff. I like your name. Sunshine Baby, let's go, Brad. Sunny California, awesome. South Carolina, dark and rainy. Really interesting. Okay. Cool. All right. So it looks like we're getting people in here. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Just a heads up, guys. Luckily, we do have a few of the titanium i3Ts left from the sale event. So I will be giving one of these away at the end of the video. All right. Gabe from California today, hot as hell. Okay, that's fair enough, dude. It is very, very hot. The summer has not gone away just yet. All right, we're maybe at some point in the future, but no, it has not gone away just yet. Iowa, chance of showers again, 8 to 10 inches last couple of weeks. Oh my gosh, John. Is that affecting like farming at all? I don't know, too much about that kind of stuff. But I'm wondering if, all of this extra rain, if it's like really bad for crops and things like that. If you guys know about that, let me know. But that's kind of the first thing I think of when I hear about a whole bunch of rain is I'm like, well, what is that doing to the crops? You know what I'm saying? Jerry from Connecticut, and weather is beautiful. Awesome. Summer doesn't end in California, it feels like. Yeah, no, I understand that. I feel like, well, it depends on where you are in California. California is one of those states where when people tell me like I'm from California, I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? Like, are you from LA or are you from up north? Like, because I know like it can be drastically different depending on where you are in the state. Some people, summer never ends. Some people have some of the most insane winters out of any place in the U.S., like Lake Tahoe and places like that. So it's just such a massive state, man, that it can really vary depending on where you live there. So sunny in Ohio, very cool. Raining and cool in Michigan. I was just in Michigan. The weather was absolutely fantastic. Obviously with the whole like snowbird thing, places that have really difficult winters obviously have the best summers, so when I was in Michigan, it was like in the 70s, like high 70s, low 80s the entire time, and it was absolutely fantastic. But keep in mind, the winters in Michigan are absolutely brutal, you know what I mean? So how about Michigan for the summer and then Florida for the winter? How about that? 2 hours north of LA, Desert Valley. Okay, so it's still quite warm there. You might still have a little bit of a winter though. Hello from warm Germany. Germany's warm. Fair enough. Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I understand that it's the summer. I understand that a lot of people are busy. Also our sale did just end. But I like to keep it consistent. Since I am back in town, since I am back in the States, I wanted to at least go live today for a little bit. Ask you guys some questions and things like that. So I just wanted to basically just get your feedback on, how the sale went for you guys. Obviously I understand that this sale was smaller than what we did in July, and it is smaller than what we're going to do in September, because in September is when we do our annual OFAN Day event. which is going to be very, very exciting. That's really what we've been working on for the past month. But yeah, I just wanted to get your feedback on this sale and what you thought about it. I'm honestly surprised that we were able to come out with so many different products for this event, considering, again, how massive the July summer sale was, and just looking up to, this OFAN day that's about to happen around the corner, which is going to be absolutely gigantic, one of the biggest events of the year for us, Got the Freeze 3, very, very good. Yeah, there were some real, I won't call them hidden gems because they weren't hidden, but like there were some real gems that were a part of this sale. One of those is this i3T and the blasted titanium with this vertical line milling. Like this might, I mean, I really like the titanium Damascus version as well, but like this is probably in my top 3 i3Ts just because I love this new milling and I just am obsessed with any type of like blasted or stone washed titanium. I just love that kind of stuff. So, even though, again, this is one of our smaller sales of the year, some of the stuff we come out with is might go down as like the top in my collection. Also, especially the blackened stonewash Warrior 3S in the titanium. That's definitely one of the coolest lights in my collection now. So there were some absolute gems in this sale. I mean, I've got this Dream Blue, the Baton 3 Pro Max. This thing looks amazing. Again, like one of the coolest colored flashlights we've done. And with the gold accents, it just really sets it off. Also, this little Exploit Mini, I just wanted to talk about this. Like, this thing is so sweet, guys. Did anybody get one of these? I know some people are starting to receive their orders. I know some people are still waiting for their orders. But if you've received your order and you got one of these, like, let me know kind of what you think about it, because I think this thing is so nice, dude. The quality is amazing. And the fact that you can store so many pocket knives in such a small little wrap right here that you can just toss in your backpack is just so useful to me, especially somebody like me who has an entire collection of pocket knives, The Dream Blue is awesome. Missed out on the i3T, Brad. Look, they're only look, I know the sale's over, but like we still have a few left on the website and they're only like $35-ish for a titanium Olight that is of this quality, of this design, backed by Olight's customer service. Like this titanium flashlight for only $35, I think is an absolute steal. So even if you guys missed out on it, I would still think about maybe picking one up because it is absolutely fantastic. The quality and the weight of this thing is just so nice. Like it's just such a good light. It's so simple to use. It's very bright. I mean, you can just see the intensity of that hot spot right there. I know I'm shining it on the wall right behind me, but like you can tell that this is a very bright flashlight. I mean, look at my hand kind of disappear when I shine it on it. So it's a very bright flashlight, especially with the fact that it's only on a AAA battery, Anyways, I would still pick one up for that like $35-ish price point. It's still an absolute steal. My order doesn't arrive until tomorrow. Living in the sticks sucks sometimes. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, that still is pretty fast shipping. I mean, look, I know that, some of you guys maybe had early access. Maybe you guys ordered a few days ago. But the fact that the sale ended last night at midnight and a lot of you guys already have your orders, a lot of you guys are receiving your orders this weekend, I'd still say that's pretty impressive shipping. I ordered some stuff from a couple other companies since I've been back in town. One of my orders I'm still waiting on, and it's already been like a week. So, I know we live in an Amazon world, but I still am very impressed by our new shipping methods from our Virginia warehouse. I think the past few sales, I think most of the sales this year, they've done just a bang up job and just a really good job at shipping out these orders as fast as possible. When we have these sales, our shipping team is typically working overtime. They're typically working on the weekends. So they're just constantly shipping nonstop until we're done shipping out the orders, So just to give you guys peace of mind, the next time that you guys order from us, and I know a lot of you guys already know this stuff, but it is very impressive the extra effort and the lengths that the shipping team goes to while we're having these sales, because they really give it their all to ship out these orders as fast as they possibly can. We don't have hundreds of thousands of employees like Amazon does, but for a medium-sized company, I feel like we're doing pretty good on that front. So Olight shipping is pretty solid, right on. Shipping is pretty quick. My last order I got within 3 days. That's good, man. I've actually had items shipped the same day I ordered them. That's really great. Yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree that the Olight shipping has really progressed. We put a lot of resources, a lot of effort into it, just to give you guys a better experience. Our business model, as you guys know, is we want recurring customers. We don't want someone to buy something during one sale and then just disappear. Like that's not our goal. We want people to continue buying our products for years and years and years. And the only way to accomplish something like that is to provide the best service possible. So when they think about buying a flashlight, or they think about buying a gift for a friend, for their family members, anything like that, they think of Olight because they're getting such a good experience, and that's our business model. We give you good prices, good products. We ship it out quickly. We even give you free stuff. This is the kind of stuff that makes companies good, and I'm glad that we do a lot of those things. I mean, obviously, we have to continue growing. We have to continue getting better, but I still think we do a lot more stuff than most of the companies that I order from. We give a lot more free stuff away than most companies do. The companies that I order from, I don't really ever get free stuff from them. And pretty much every sale that we've done this year, we've at least offered a free keychain flashlight with for each customer. We give out free swag. We've been giving out 7-year Olight group anniversary gifts in our Facebook group. We gave out gifts for the 4th of July. I'm sure, when there's the OFAN day, we're going to be giving out a bunch of gifts. So we're a very giving organization, I suppose. Because I think that's how I would want to be treated. If I'm a good customer for a company, I want them to treat me well, and that's how we want to be here. So that's just kind of what we do. Olight is one of the best companies I've done business with. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, this is just rhetorical talking. I didn't expect to, get feedback from you guys on this, but I'm just trying to explain, kind of where our head's at as a company and the things that we do. We just want to do things for our customers, because we know that if you do things for people, they're going to be happy. They're going to keep coming back. They're going to want to be a part of our community. I mean, that's just how it works. If people are nice to me, I want to come back, right? So that's what we're doing here. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. I wanted to ask you guys just a couple questions about products, and then we'll kind of just open up the floor a little bit, and then I promise we'll give away a flashlight. Again, this isn't going to be the longest live video in the world. I understand it's Friday during the summer. Most of my friends are on vacation right now, to be honest with you. Most people are doing fun things. This is the time when people take off work. And then also, of course, it is during the workday as well. So I fully understand that, most people aren't able to tune in, especially on a beautiful Friday during the summer like this. But again, I just wanted to go live real quick. I wanted to ask you guys, should we do another flashlight in the Roadster finish? Should we do another flashlight in this finish? So it did sell out pretty well during the summer sale. That was when I was actually at the headquarters. But I wanted to ask you guys, should we do another flashlight in the Roadster finish? I'm trying to think of something that would be really cool. A really, really large flashlight might look a little bit strange. I don't know. I mean, we could do maybe the i5R or something like that. I'm just trying to think of products that would look cool in this Roadster finish. A Warrior Mini 3, that would be cool. That's not too big. Yeah, that would be perfectly acceptable. Um, Warrior Mini 3. Okay, fair enough. More Dream Blue. Okay. Baton 3 Pro. Oh, so like the bigger brother, that would be cool. So you have kind of the smaller and the larger set. That's a good idea. Roadster is amazing. That's awesome, John. Thank you. Um, yeah, Baton 3 Pro, Warrior Mini 3. I think those are some pretty good suggestions there. I think those would look good. I think if we went larger than those models, like like the Warrior 3S or something, maybe like the tire design would look a little bit too large. But with the Warrior Mini 3, Baton 3 Pro, I think that would be pretty sweet. Yeah. Order the tie i3E. Awesome, Brad. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, for again, I think maybe it's like $36 or something. Around $35, it's a great deal. And the i3T is super reliable, man. We've been making these lights for so long. And the reason why we keep making this similar design is because these lights are just so good. Like they're just like we don't need to make a whole bunch of changes to this flashlight. Just like a simple AAA battery light that you can just toss in your pocket. You're not even going to know it's in your pocket. It's got a super clicky tactile switch. It's got 2 modes. That's all you need. Like I can't argue with anything on this light, I really like the pocket clip. It's like very easy to just throw in your pocket. You can also do the hat maneuver like this. So like, boom, there you go. Now I have a headlamp, It's just, the i3T is just such a good flashlight. Like if there's somebody that you want to bring into the Olight community, if there's somebody that doesn't know that much about flashlights and you just want to get them something that isn't going to break the bank, but also be super reliable and get them into flashlights, the i3T is the perfect light. Like the i3E is great because, you can put it on your keys and all of that good stuff. But I think if, first pocket light, the i3T is by far the way to go. I mean, you just click it to turn it on and off, 2 modes, AA battery. It's fantastic. Seeker 4 Roadster Pro. Yeah, so I was thinking about that. I've got the blue version right here, which, by the way, thank you guys for ordering these during the event. These did pretty well. We almost sold out of them, so thank you for that. The only thing is it does have this rather large kind of groove type milling. I know I'm just like making up terms at this point, but it has these like large finger grooves right here that are milled into the body of the light. That might affect the look of the Roadster tire. Like, you see what I'm saying? So maybe we could do it on this light and just not have those finger grooves. I don't know if you guys would be opposed to not having these large kind of cutouts for your fingers right there on the body. But I don't think it would look right if we put these little grooves in here with that tire pattern on the body. But would it be sweet looking on the Seeker 4 Mini? For sure. Like that would be really cool, especially with like the just kind of chunky, like larger body of this light with that blue kind of shiny finish on the head. Like that would look really cool. Can we get rid of the grooves? I think so. Yeah, that's possible. We want a donut i5T. That would be cool. I still need to get a Seeker 4 Mini. They're great lights. The fact that they have this new metal switch and the fact that you can do the double tap to get to the UV setting, it just has this big, beautiful, just super bright flood beam. You can see just how large the beam gets as I pull it away from the wall. So just very useful beam, very, very bright. It's got the UV setting, which is fantastic for an EDC flashlight, so you can check if things are sanitary when you're out in the world. It's got the magnetic charging. It does have kind of that classic Seeker look to it, but it's nowhere near as large as the full-size Pro model. It's just a great little light. They've been very successful for us. They've sold really well. They're extremely reliable. We get very little returns on this light. People really enjoy them, So I think they're worth giving a shot because, again, very little returns, lots of performance, lots of features, cool looking design. it's got everything going for it, you know. But I would like to see maybe some more special edition versions of it. That would be really cool. Uh, Pinker emitters in the lights. Interesting. I just want donuts. Okay, Rick. Fair enough. Uh, make the tread a rubber grippy sleeve. Yeah, that's a really, really good point. Is there anybody in here who, besides Alpha, would prefer to have the actual tire tread be rubber on the light instead of it being this kind of etched, anodized body right here? Like, would you prefer to just have it be actual rubber? Um, I'm worried the rubber on my Marauder will peel off eventually. That's why I don't leave it on the car. Okay, fair enough. I haven't seen that. I've left. The Seeker 2 Pro has been one of my most used Olight models of all time. I just really, really like that light. Of course, I've moved on to the Seeker 3 Pro at this point, but the Seeker 2 Pro, I use the crap out of those lights. And that was like kind of the first light where we had that wraparound rubber grip. And I left it in my car constantly and it didn't peel away. So I understand the concern. It's a valid concern. But I personally just have not experienced that. And I've used Olights with the rubber grips for years now at this point, for a very long time. When did we come out with the Seeker 2 Pro? 2019, I believe. I believe it was 2019 because I remember doing the NRA show, and that was the year before the pandemic. So I think it was like summer of 2019 when we introduced the Seeker 2 Pro, and I've been using Seekers ever since, all the time. So, again, really reliable. I personally haven't seen an issue with it, but again, it's a valid concern. It is a potential concern. Yes. Team rubber, as long as it lasts and doesn't get sticky. Okay, fair enough. Rubber cause you. I'm not sure Brad I'm not sure what you mean by that, Brad, but actual rubber would make me purchase the Roadster. Fair enough. Yes, sleeve rubber. As long as yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So basically what you guys are saying is you would like it, but it would actually have to be pretty good, right? Like if we put rubber on the body of the light and it doesn't feel good or isn't on there correctly, obviously that would be a downgrade from just having the anodized aluminum like on this Baton 3. So fair enough. Okay, cool. All right, guys, do you have any other questions? Carbon steel i5R. So we have done a few stainless steel models in the past. They are pretty rare. We haven't really done it that much. We did do like a stainless steel Baton 3. We've done stainless steel S Mini. We've done a few models in stainless steel like since I've been here, and they've done really well. They sold really well. Obviously, they're much heavier than aluminum. Stainless steel is very heavy material, but it's also very strong, right? And it's very wear resistant. So as like a daily user, I think stainless steel is an amazing material. Obviously, it's built to be used. That's why we make knives out of that material, right? So I think it would be great for us to do more stainless steel. It is more expensive. It is a little bit more difficult to manufacture than just your typical aluminum. But if you guys are willing to pay a little bit more and be able to get a product out of that material, then I don't see why we wouldn't do it again. Any plans for more black stonewash tie? So I think so. The reason why is because we sold out. So if you guys picked up the titanium, the stonewashed Warrior 3S during the sale this week, first off, thank you very much for picking that up. I guarantee you're going to be very happy with your purchase. All of us, not just me, but all of the American guys who work for Olight, we have been loving that light. We've all been carrying it. And And I told you guys multiple times that it was my favorite product of this August event. And it also sold out. So, and it wasn't the cheapest thing in the world. We were selling them for around $112, which for a full titanium, stonewash procedure Warrior 3S, I think is an amazing deal. But it's $112, but we still sold out. So that's very exciting. I'm glad to see that you guys are enjoying these premium products, and you're willing to actually pay for them. That's very exciting for us because that means that we can continue doing things like that. There's always this fine line of like running a business where it's like, okay, we can for sure produce expensive products, but are people going to spend the money on them? So when we produce the titanium Damascus, when we produce, we've done zirconium products before. We've done all of these very high-end products, but they cost a lot of money to produce. And so because of that, we still have to make a couple bucks on the sale, right? Otherwise, we're going to go out of business. We got to keep the lights on. So it's that give and take of if we produce these products that are high-end materials, take more time to produce, are you guys going to buy them? And thank God, you guys really enjoyed the Titanium Warrior 3S because it's an amazing product. The people who are getting them, you guys are going to freaking love them for sure. I'm glad they sold out. The point of this story is that I think that will give us the green light to continue producing products in this way because of the fact that they did so well. If something doesn't do well, then we're probably just not going to keep doing it, obviously, just typical business logic. But because of the fact that they did so well, I think that gives us the argument of continuing to produce flashlights in this finish. I would love to see an i3T in the black and stonewash tie. I would love to see a Baton 3 in that material. Gosh, think about a Seeker 4 Mini in the stonewash titanium. Like, how cool would that be? Warrior Mini 3, that would be amazing in the titanium. There's so many different things that we could do with this material. And since we have the ability to give it this really cool kind of battle-worn stonewashed effect, I would love for us to keep doing it, But the bottom line of me explaining all of this is thank you guys, the people who ordered them. Thank you guys for the people who appreciate higher end products and are willing to pay for them because they're totally worth it. Our business model is to not make cheap products. Our business model is to make high end products in our industry, but also give you a price that's actually attainable. I was talking with my girlfriend. This is a dumb comparison, but I was talking with my girlfriend about kind of like fashion brands and things like that. And there's been a lot of buzz about the company that owns Coach. You guys know Coach purses. They just merged with the company that like owns Versace or something like that. This is like big news in the business world. But we were talking about the different brands, and I think Coach has an amazing business model because they figured out a way to give you Louis Vuitton quality, but charge much, much less than Louis Vuitton. So they're selling purses that cost $300 versus Louis Vuitton selling purses for $3,000. But Coach has figured out a way to basically give you kind of the same feeling of luxury, the same, stitching techniques and all of that stuff, but it's so much less money. So I think, that's one of the cool things that we're doing here at Olight is we're giving you top level flashlight quality with amazing materials, but we are nowhere near the most expensive flashlight company. Yes, spending over $100 on a flashlight is not the cheapest thing in the world, but the fact that it's titanium, it has this performance, it has all of this proprietary technology that we developed ourselves, like, I think it's an absolute steal. Like the value is absolutely there, especially compared to the other more expensive brands that are out on the market for sure. So I don't know. I was thinking about that kind of comparison. It just kind of makes sense to me. It would be nice if new colors were released with tint choices. I agree, CB. Um, the past few months, we have been releasing a lot of products in neutral white. Warm white is a lot more of kind of a boutique type of emitter compared to just your typical cool white and neutral white. If you guys remember, for the July summer sale, we did the OD Green Parent 2 Mini, and we did that in cool white and neutral white. So I hope that we continue to, at the very least, offer products in cool white and neutral white. If we're doing kind of a one-off special edition of a product, it's most likely going to be neutral, or sorry, it's most likely going to be cool white, just because cool white is our best seller. I know, a lot of the enthusiasts who watch our social media, who are a part of our Facebook group. I know a lot of you guys really like the neutral white. Um, but in terms of sales, like just looking at the raw sales data, cool white always does better than neutral white, because most people want the brightest flashlight they possibly can. So because of that, we're kind of in a difficult position. Like, we want to do things for the enthusiasts. We want to do things for you guys who are true flashlight enthusiasts who like the warm white and the neutral white. But again, also, like, we have to keep the lights on. We have to sell our products. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, we have to, offer the cool white because it just sells so well. Um, but again, I think we've offered a lot of products in neutral white this year, more than the past few years for sure. And I think we're going to continue doing it because we are starting to notice a lot more of like the comments and the things that you enthusiast guys, have been talking about. And look, I'm on your team. I really like neutral white. Most of the time, I'm going to grab a neutral white flashlight because it just makes things look more natural and it doesn't wash out color close up. So you're going to get a much better experience with, color accuracy. And then also just with your eyesight not being blown out when it's late at night with a neutral white beam versus a cool white. So I'm on team neutral white, and I hope that we keep producing it. But look, the point of these live videos is to be honest with you guys, to speak the truth. I try to be transparent with you guys as much as I possibly can. And just being honest, the cool white just sells so well. So because of that, it's really hard to get away from the cool white as a company. Neutral white for the win. Dude, I love neutral white. I really do. I've been carrying I've been carrying a flashlight in my pocket for like maybe 10 years. And I know that's not a crazy amount of time. I know there might be some people here who've been doing it for even longer. But the fact that I've been carrying a flashlight in my pocket for a decade, has made my tastes change and made me realize what I like and I don't like. And I really enjoy kind of having dual switches. I really like the tail switch and the side switch, and I really like the neutral white emitter. I love the magnetic charging. The 21700 battery is fantastic. It's just such good runtime performance. I've realized these kinds of things that I prefer over other things, right? The Secret 4 Mini in neutral white is perfect. Right on, right on. Warm white mix was great in the O lantern. I do like the cool. That's a great point, Sherry. Absolutely. I love that part of the O lanterns is the fact that you can turn it on and you get that Edison bulb effect that is very cool even if you put it on the coffee table and while you're watching a movie, like that's awesome. Or say that you're in the backyard eating dinner, maybe you grilled out and you're eating on like the patio set in the backyard. Wow, that kind of Edison bulb neutral white on the O lanterns is amazing. But if you need it to be extremely bright, you can just crank up that knob and go to the cool white, and then it's much brighter, right? So I think that is just such a cool effect of the O lantern specifically. And the quality of the light is so nice. The warm white is just this very, very clean, perfect tone to it. And then you crank up to the cool white, and it just has this big kind of exploding light coming out of it uniformly. For the flashlight nerds, the people who truly appreciate like the performance and things like that, like it's just so well done. I actually have an Olantern Classic Pro going right now. Love the warm white glow. Yeah, I mean, look, I know we advertise it as like a camping lantern, but I know that most people are using them just at the house. Like, I'll flip one on if I'm watching a movie, I'll flip one on if I'm getting some work done and I don't want the big, like, normal lights to be on. Maybe I want it to be a little bit darker. I'll just go ahead and use the O lantern as my light source instead. Hanging out in the backyard, hanging out with friends, perfect. I know, some people like, maybe if you're in the bathroom or something like that and the bathroom lights are too bright, you can just use a lantern instead. There's many different ways that you can use it. Same thing as the O bulbs. A lot of times I just like using the O bulbs as my light source instead of just your typical house lights, because of the fact that you can customize it in a way that you want. You can put them wherever you want. You don't have to rely on those very, very strong light bulbs that are in your house. So, I know we advertise it as camping products and outdoors products and stuff like that, but a lot of this stuff, just use it in your house. I promise you'll enjoy it. I use the O bulbs at night. Absolutely. Absolutely. And more so, your emitters are so efficient compared to other makers. It's not even funny. Look, and this is the last thing I'll say, and I promise we'll jump into the giveaway. So as most of you guys know, if you're watching this video, you probably followed some of the things that I did while I was in China. I spent a month of my summer over there, and one of the things that I noticed is just how absolutely nerdy they are about the flashlight technology. Like, these guys are so obsessed with PCB board efficiency, with heat sink efficiency, with the types of LEDs that are being used, the reflectors, the beam pattern, the way the beam looks when it shines out, the spill coming off of that beam. These people are so obsessed that work for this company. Like, I have never seen product obsession to this point. Like, it really is super impressive and just incredible at just how much Olight cares about the quality of the performance. Flashlights are not just about like, oh, it has more lumens, more lumens, more lumens. Like, that is not what flashlights are all about. Of course, we want lights to be brighter. When we buy a new product, we do want it to be a little bit brighter. But what's even more impressive is the PCB board efficiency, all of those kinds of things, the actual profile of the beam, the quality of the beam itself, the tint, all of these things are just, they care so much about this stuff. I was just like, wow, you guys are even nerdier than I am about flashlights. Like, but it was a really great experience to just be a part of that. It made me more passionate about what I do because I got to see their passion and how much they care about it. It's really good stuff. Waffle reflector would be cool. Right on. Oboe was so cool. It's my go-to light at home. The kids love it, and sometimes I won't see it again. Fair enough. Yeah, I've had some things will walk away as well. Fair enough. Love the O bulbs and swivels for night fishing. That's a really good point. Right on. I did some fishing when I was in Michigan. Really good stuff. We caught some walleye. We caught some perch. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys know, like, Great Lakes, walleye is a really big deal there. And that's a really great fish to try and catch out there. So, any more different colors of the Javelot Mini? So I'm thinking the Javelot Mini might eventually see a refresh in the design. That product's been out for a little while. We have released some colors of it, but I know maybe there's some changes that they're wanting to make to it to make it a little bit better. So I think I don't know if we're going to see too many colors of that product, just because of the fact that I think they're thinking about maybe making some changes to the product. By no means is something like that going to come out anytime soon. Um, but I think maybe they're working on kind of a new version of that product, but they're very early in the process. There's literally nothing I can say right now. There's by no means any type of release date for that product. It's basically just concept at this point. But I think they're thinking about doing some things with that product, instead of just releasing a bunch more colors of it. Yeah. Better is always good. Right on. Yeah, for sure. Michigan, right on. Um, wow. You're a fisherman too. I wouldn't call myself a fisherman, because I don't go out all the time. But holy smokes, I love fishing. Just one of the coolest things to do with friends. When you think about the stuff that you can do going out with friends, like I would much rather go out fishing than sit around at a bar or something like that. Like that is just such a fun thing to do with people that you enjoy being around. I mean, it's I love it. I absolutely love it. If anybody invites me to go fishing, I'm like, all right, let me figure out how to get out there, because I just freaking love fishing. It's just so awesome. I mean, look, I'm from Florida. I grew up on the water. I've lived the majority of my life in places that are near water. So this is something that I love for sure. Me too, hands down, right on. What's the word on the pot clip? Dale, that's a really good question. Let me get an update for that, because I know they've been working on producing those. I know they've been working on refining the design of it as well. I've actually seen a few prototypes of it firsthand, um, and it's super solid, very, very strong, holds on really well. So I would assume that we're getting close to being able to offer those. I've mentioned to them that it's something that I think we should offer for free, and they agreed. So I'm hoping that it's something that we can just put on the website, or maybe we can just ship it out to the people who've already ordered the Warrior Mini 3. I think that would be cool if we just basically just sent it to people. But I'm not exactly sure how they're going to be distributed, or the exact release date. But I know it's something that we're simply just going to offer to the people who've already purchased the Warrior Mini 3. And the prototypes that I've seen are very good. They're very, very solid. No movement whatsoever. I can't even really like pull it off of the light. It's very difficult. So it's a solid hold. It's a good design. So hopefully it comes out soon and you guys can get them soon. But I think it's just something we're just going to offer on the website, or send it out to you guys as an as needed basis. But we've all agreed that it's something that should be free of charge. So for the people who've ordered the Warrior Mini 3, yeah. I want to see an Olight lantern that runs from the Olight app. That would be very cool. That's one of my suggestions while I was out at the headquarters, is actually something that I mentioned. I was like, man, the O bulbs are really cool with the app, but it would be really cool if we could control the lanterns as well with the app. And they agreed that that was a cool idea. By no means do I know if it's actually going to end up existing, but they said it's something that they'll look into, and they agreed that it's a smart idea, it's a cool feature. So I really hope that it's something we do in the future. But again, it's just talking at this point. I can't confirm anything with you guys about all of these new ideas. All I can say is they've been discussed. We've agreed that they're cool, but is it going to happen? I don't know. That's above me. That's like a CEO decision, and also an engineering decision as well. But I really hope it happens for sure. Let's see. Upgraded M1T with a magnetic tail cap. That would be very cool. Again, really good suggestion. We really need to come out with another M1T. I've seen people talking about that like crazy on our social media. Lake Michigan has nice walleye. Yeah, so I was on so during my trip in Michigan, just to let you guys know I spent some time out on Lake Huron, which was fantastic. What a beautiful lake. I think that's one of the best ones because it is absolutely massive. The water quality is very clean, very beautiful, and it's also pretty quiet. Where I was, we were in Lexington, if you're familiar with Michigan, and what a cute little, just nice, quiet town, very friendly people, and there really weren't that many boats. It was very just a pleasant experience being out there at Lake Huron in the Lexington area. We also went out to St. Clair Shores, which is not one of the Great Lakes, but it is an absolutely gigantic lake that has good fishing as well. We took a boat out there on St. Clair, and it was again a fantastic experience and caught some walleye out there. So I hit a couple of the lakes on this trip, and both of them were great. But personally, I think Lake Huron is probably the best one because Lake Superior is also huge and beautiful, but it's very, very cold. So it's kind of a difficult, if you want to jump in and swim, it's a little too cold. It's more of like an ice bath if you jump in Lake Superior. I don't have that much experience with Lake Erie or Lake Michigan, but I can agree that Lake Huron is a fantastic experience. That's if you're going to go to one of the Great Lakes, you're going to go out there, you want to go swimming, you want to lay on the beach, you want to go out on a boat. Lake Huron is really, really good stuff. Lake Michigan is dirty. All right, fair enough. All right, we'll have to see the i5, maybe i3 to have a battery indicator along with maybe 3 brightness options. So almost like a pro version or something like that. That would be cool. We need a new version of the very first Olight. So let me explain this to you guys. And I promise this is the last thing I'll say. I could just stand here and just talk to you guys forever. But let me just explain this real quick, and then I promise we'll go ahead and give away this titanium light. So a lot of you guys have seen the Olight reps on social media posting about 7 years. So the 7 years is referring to our official Facebook group, okay? It's not referring to the actual lifetime of the Olight company. We actually just hit our 16-year anniversary for the company Olight. We started in 2007. So the company is 16 years old, but our Facebook group just hit 7 years. I'm very proud of that mark because I was the one who created the Facebook group. I founded the Facebook group. So I suppose that's one of my accolades of working for Olight is creating that group. Obviously, you know, I didn't do it alone. A lot of people have helped and continue to help with that group. I try to jump into the Facebook group when I have time, but I'm busy doing many, many different things, wearing many hats. But I try to jump in there and look at the posts and try to comment with you guys as much as I can when I have time in the group. But that's what the 7 years is referring to. Is August is when I started the Facebook group 7 years ago. But again, the company is actually 16 years old, and the first Olight ever came out in 2007. So you know. August 9th made my 2-year group anniversary. Thank you so much for being in the group, Jason. I know you, man. You know, I see your posts. So thank you so much for being a part of the group. Really, really cool. Whoever got the 5th anniversary Baton Mini 3 and the new one, the Baton 3 Pro, and matched so good. Yeah. The 5th anniversary Baton 3 it was OD green. And then it had like the 5th anniversary logo on the charging, on the, what do I call it? The charging case. That was a beautiful light. I've got one of those. Those look amazing. I thought OD green was a really good choice for that. And then of course the logo on the charging case looked amazing. What a group we are. By now we should all be playing bongos. Yeah, right. But with all of that said, if you guys are in the Facebook group and you've been there for a long time, just like Jason, thank you guys so much for being a part of the Facebook group. I mean, that's the foundation of this company, is our community, and all of the amazing people who are part of this. So that's one of the coolest things we do, is we actually have this community. We're not just some company that's selling stuff online. We actually are friends with everyone. Like we actually have a real community. Like, I've met a lot of my personal friends from being a part of Olight, so it's much more than just being a company that sells products. And I think that's part of what makes us special, for sure. September 1st, 2-year anniversary. When? Congratulations, you're coming up on it. That's really cool. Thank you for being a part of the group. That's really cool. Okay, let's give away this flashlight. And you guys can get out of here and go eat some lunch and go enjoy your weekend. So we're going to make this really simple, really easy. I'm going to ask you guys a number between 1 and 100. You guys have to guess the number that's in my head that is between 1 and 100. The first person to guess correctly in the comment section below will be the winner of this flashlight, and you will be able to get it for $0.00. Okay, so I'm going to think of a number in my head. Okay, I've got the number in my head. I'm going to go ahead and start the bidding in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, go ahead and guess. Go ahead and guess. Ooh, there's a couple that are really close. I'm just looking down at my computer right now, guys. You're probably wondering, what is he looking at? Just looking down at your answers so I can find the right winner. Okay. All right, I'm looking. I'm looking. Oh, man. All right, let me scroll back up. Let me just make sure I didn't miss one. I just want to make sure that I'm doing this right, guys. Thank you for your patience. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. All right. Okay. Still looking. All right. Wow. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Katie Bird, you win. You win, Katie Bird. The answer was 64. 64 was the number that was in my head, and you're the first 64 on the list. So congratulations, Katie. Well done. I don't think you've won in a while. I know you were kind of on a hot streak and then didn't win for a little while. So congratulations, Katie. Well done. Well done. Katie, look, just send me an email, just in case, just Sean, SEAN, @olightstore.com. Send me your address and your phone number, just so I know that's up to date, and we will ship out your free titanium i3T, which is, again, a great light, guys. If you haven't ordered one yet, I would highly suggest it. They're only around $35. And they are 100% worth that much. I think they're worth more just based on the quality, backed by Olight. Really, really good light, guys. Thank you, Katie. Congratulations. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know, it's a Friday during the summer. I'm sure you guys have plenty of plans this weekend, but thank you for spending time to talk with me. I really appreciate when you guys comment on the things that I say. I want you to be a part of these conversations. This isn't just about me talking to you guys. It's about me talking with you guys and getting your feedback about things and having you be a part of the conversation. That's the point of these live videos. That's why I go live, so I can be a part of the comment section instead of just a normal video where I just talk and that's it, right? So thank you for being a part of all of this. we got a lot of stuff in the works. We got OFAM Day stuff that we're working on. September is going to be an absolutely huge month for us. So get excited about that. And we will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you later. All right. Bye.